So think about this whole following up process, and sometimes this process is more important than a genius idea itself. So we always have to have someone, and yes, many creators, many inventors, they are not organized enough, they are spontaneous and artists and everything, but they have to have someone who will put it together for them. Any other questions? Concerns? Complaints?
Actually, bringing this to, let's contextualize this conversation. How would the average woman who is either a leader of an organization, it could be a community organization, it could be a non-profit organization, how would unleashing creativity really help such a person in leading that organization effectively?
Well, any person, a woman or man, can unleash creativity by learning about self, by trying different things that you have never tried before, trying different techniques, trying yourself in different areas, and just surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Even if you're a woman, like let's say I'm an average woman and I work in administration for the last X amount of years. So when I come to the new organization, first I have to respect the culture of this organization. Not to say that every organization I have been working for was so creative. Absolutely not. Many of them are very bureaucratic, and it's very difficult to make any changes whatsoever. But when I come, I have this approach. First, you have to respect. Second, you have to learn the history of this organization. Why is this in this way? What kind of people will work with you? And so on. Third, you have to plan. You have to analyze strengths and you have to analyze weaknesses. You have to combine certain strengths and you have to go back to those techniques that I was referring to, how to turn particular weaknesses into those strengths. And then you try to find a few like-minded people. In this organization, trust me, the most bureaucratic organization always has a few very advanced and creative minds. And then you start putting together your proposals. So if you are already in administration, you will be most likely creating manuals and rules and regulations and professional development. So training curriculum is a key, because if you want to change the culture of your organization, you have to change the way all of those employees are thinking. And how you do it? Through training, through professional development. So you start implementing unusual topics, creative thinking, problem solving, there is no box, effective communication. Whatever weaknesses you see, you just create those trainings and you try to retrain those people. So you try to reconvince them. Look, we can do much better. We can come up with new ideas. We can make, no one likes changes. No one will say, oh yeah, we love you, we like those changes. People hate changes. We all hate changes. We are creatures of habits. But we have to convince them why this will change your entire life, why it will bring joy to your workplace, why it will make people around you smile rather than complaining the entire day, and so on. It's a slow process, very difficult, but anyone can do it.
Yeah, I guess the first day you had some issues to raise. I believe maybe about running an organization and how you might get some opposition from some groups. You remember what we talked about before? Like
actually, it was like a balance. You're talking about the board members.
Yeah, and you talked about like ticketing and all that. So I wanted to bring it up to see if there is a way we can think about how to be more creative in resolving such issues you raised. You talked about like ticketing and board, or some people pulling you down in a group of women and stuff like that.
Actually, from what she viewed, what I viewed right now, would really, really help, because I have to make changes. instead of sitting in the box, I have to look outside the box. I have to be more creative, pay more attention, listen to what they're saying, and invite more people into the system. Like recruit more board members outside my African, community. I mean, get different dialects, like white, black, blue,
Different cultures, yeah.
different cultures.
Green, yeah, absolutely.
So think
Yeah.
outside the box is the key, and make changes, and that will work better than what it is now. Because I found out that the problem is that it is just within the same community, last name sounding similar. It is a problem. So when they talk, it remains there. If we are white and blue, and if we come together, we'll make changes instead of choosing from one community. So I can look outside my box
Yeah.
to make.
And as a matter of fact, it's interesting you brought this topic because diversity is a key component to creative thinking.
Yes.
That's how we become more successful. We listen, we learn, we absorb. People who like to travel, who have been exposed to different cultures, different languages, observe those people. They're extremely creative. They are very original. They're open-minded. They're fluent. They're flexible. And they are never stuck pretty much on the past because they know that, there is always another day. There is always tomorrow.
Yes.
And they will learn more.
And look for board members that share the same goal with the mission statement. Then maybe that way we will get more positive results. Because once you share similar ideas, it works better, it flows better too at the same time. So I have to look outside the box.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, research suggests that controversies sometimes and opposite opinions boost creativity drastically. So if you bring people from different social backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, different opinions, no one is fighting, it's just, a consensus, we're just having this dialogue, so that's where we get the most valuable solutions. Yeah.
Okay. That's
If you don't have any questions, thank you so much.